This is a tutorial for a rake stitch called rib wrap. This is a finished product done in the rib wrap. As you can see, it looks like it is a knit 2 purl 2 stitch and that using the E-wrap, and that is exactly the results that I love about this stitch. So let's work on the rib wrap. We're ready to work the rib wrap on the knitting board, the Universal S-Loom by CinDwood Crafts. This is the 1/2 inch gauge. I've already done our basic cast on for a board, and I have put in my anchor yarn. So we're ready to work the first row. Remember that on the Universal S-Loom, when we work both sides of the loom, in other words working it as a knitting board, we skip our blue pegs. And now I'll zoom in to give you a better shot of how I wrap. The rib wrap uses the E-wrap stitch. So anytime we work a peg, the working yarn will be on the side of the peg in the direction we're going. Since I'm working this row to the right, my working yarn will come to the right of the peg to wrap it. As in most knitting board stitches, we will skip the peg that our working yarn is coming off of. So we will not wrap this peg. We'll come straight across to the right side of the peg and wrap around. And with the rib wrap, we work 2 pegs. Come across, E-wrap, 2 pegs. Come across, E-wrap, 2 pegs. Again, skipping the blue peg because we're working knitting board. Come across and work 2 pegs. Come across and work 2 pegs. Come across and work 2 pegs. Come across and work 2 pegs until we reach the end. Essentially what we're doing is we're giving that look of knit 2, and then since there will be no stitch here, you'll be able to see the back of the stitches on this side, and you can see the purl. So it looks like a knit 2 purl 2. Okay, that was the last stitch, and there's only 1 peg in that last, so we only wrap the 1. Now we're ready to knit the bottom loop over the top, and I'm going to pause the video while I do that. And now we're ready to work the next row. We'll be going back to the left. Our working yarn is coming up at this last peg, so we will bring it directly across to the left side of the peg, across from it, and wrap it, and go to the next and wrap it, bring it across and wrap 2, bring it across and wrap 1. I'm trying to let you see the wrap. There you go. Now my fingers are out of the way. Unwrap 2, bring it across and wrap 2, across and wrap 2, across and wrap 2, wrap 2, all the way to the end, skipping the blue peg since we're working it as a knitting board. And bringing it to the last peg and wrapping, and you're ready to knit off this row. And you continue working these 2 rows for the length of the wrap or for whatever project you're working. This particular video is being made in order to work the wrap that I showed you at the beginning. This is a free pattern on CinDwood Crafts website or in their newsletter. I'm not sure where they're going to put it.